Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And I figured I would start this video off talking about the recent expansion of the board of directors for Ripple, with Warren Jensen joining the team. You guys probably already know about this and his background. If you guys didn't know about his background, well, this is the previous CFO for EA, for Amazon, for Delta Airlines, and even NBC. And now he's coming over here to join Ripple. Now, one thing I will say about all of this is, do people even question the amount of individuals that come over to Ripple from substantial backgrounds anymore? Like, if we go over to the leadership team around Ripple and we just look at, some of the names here, and I'm not even just talking about the leadership in terms of like Brad Garlinghouse, David Schwartz, and them. I'm actually talking about the board of directors. When you look at some of these names, you might not think twice, or, you might not even know any of these names. But when you do a little bit of a deep dive in, like for example, Sandy O'Connor, look at her substantial background with ties to JP Morgan, with ties to the G20 policymakers, the FDIC, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, sorry. Like, this is the substantial backgrounds of some of these individuals on Ripple. We have individuals from Microsoft. We have individuals from Amazon. I mean, this is substantial. And of course, Rosie Rios. I'm sure all of you guys know about Rosie Rios at this point. This is why I say, like, we need to pay attention to how big Ripple will be, because all of these names, I mean, they come from incredible backgrounds and they're coming over to join Ripple. Like, did anyone question why they're coming over to Ripple? It's very simple, right? When we look at the announcement with Warren Jensen, one quote stood out to me. When we scroll down, we do see down here, "Throughout my career, I've been fortunate enough to join iconic companies driving transformative change in their respective fields, which is why I'm excited to join Ripple at a pivotal time when cryptocurrency and blockchain technologies are increasingly becoming integrated into financial services. For cryptocurrency to successfully deliver on its potential to revolutionize traditional financial infrastructure, companies in the space must prioritize transparency. I'm excited to bring my experience to the company and share Ripple's commitment to upholding the highest standards." And again, like, if you actually look at what's happening here, yes, they do see the idea of the Internet of Value becoming a reality. And I've already homed on about, how large the Internet of Value will be. I think all of these individuals see this as well. And what do you see up here? Ripple is in the midst of unprecedented scale, and Warren's background will be invaluable as Ripple continues to be a responsible global leader in the space. Transparency and accountability are core pillars of Ripple's operations. As an established CFO with operational knowledge across a variety of sectors, Warren's unique expertise and experience as a transformational leader, will be an incredible resource guiding our next steps for broader adoption of Ripple's offerings from customers around the world. So, again, we are seeing that Internet of Value becoming a reality. And I think that a lot of these individuals that come from these substantial backgrounds, I think all of them see it as well. And it's only a matter of time until this vision is truly, and I mean truly, painted for everyone. Now, let's talk about a few things, because something interesting came up on my timeline today. So I sit over here. Interesting. Brad Garlinghouse casually retweeting this tweet from Learziet, probably nothing. And here is the tweet itself. And when you see, laugh out loud. "Do you realize what Ripple did within just the last 72 hours since Torres issued her order on the Hinman emails? They acquired Medico, launched a CBDC platform, and hired an ex-Amazon CFO. Looking forward to next week." And yes, this is very interesting. And I even commented on a few things because we did see Cowboy Crypto, screenshotting this and posting it as well. And I said, this is the first time I have seen Brad engage in the community like this in well over a year. This is very interesting, because what I was looking at with this is I was actually going through Brad Garlinghouse's tweets, retweets, all that. Like, he he doesn't really respond to the community all that much. Like, he's not retweeting, community tweets. He's quoting a few things around, the space, but even Stuart Alderoty is part of Ripple. We know Susan Friedman is at Ripple as well. And only a few other retweets I have seen from Brad Garlinghouse regarding, the community, came up, but it's going all the way back to like even January, for an example. And again, like, this is not, from community members. So I was surprised to see this come up on my timeline today. And, I do question what's going to happen next week. Like, what's going on next week for Ripple? Because we do see looking forward to next week. And, for anyone that is, wondering, we are coming down the wire on a few things happening around Ripple, which I will mention in this video as well. But it's definitely something interesting to watch for, because one thing that we did see happen just recently was also a delay about those Hinman documents. For an example, what do you see over here? I can see the SEC having a strong incentive for this delay, but there's really no reason for Ripple to agree to this delay. So this tells me something is in the air, and it starts with an S. So a lot of people have come to the realization, or I shouldn't even say realization, but they have come to this idea around a possible settlement happening by June 13th because of those Hinman documents. When you see parties file a joint letter for 1 week extension until June 13th, 2023 to file public unredacted versions of cross motions for summary judgment and accompanying exhibits, which includes the Hinman materials. So as we really kind of look at what's happening around this, it is questionable on why Ripple would agree to a delay here. But it's also the idea on, like, a lot of people are speculating that we could see a settlement happening within the next 2 weeks. Now, I'm going to give you guys my idea here. So my overall opinion on this, is a settlement going to happen in the next 2 weeks? No, I don't think so. I actually think that the main reason why we are seeing a delay is because there's quite a bit of documents here. I would love to be wrong, but I'm not here to sell you guys, hopium on a settlement. But I do think that we could be coming down the wire on a settlement, or at least summary judgment, I should say. And I think that we are getting closer and closer as the days go on. But, one thing that I did mention over on Twitter as well, is I said, like, let me get this straight. So within the last 7 days, we've seen the following from Ripple: Hinman emails rolling, Medico $250 million acquisition, CBDC platform announcement, Hong Kong CBDC pilot, ex-Amazon CFO joining the team. Not to mention, earlier this month, Ripple expanded into Dubai and also were the #1 ranked CBDC vendor against 15 competitors. Something big is on its way, and I expect it very close. And yeah, like, when we look at what's happening, I don't care so much about the lawsuit. I care about what's actually happening behind the scenes with Ripple. And it seems as though we are at this very interesting time where, we are seeing major expansion. We are seeing a lot of things happening from Ripple's side. Does this pertain to XRP? I think a lot of it does. I think that a lot of this has to do with XRP. Why do I believe so? Well, for example, like just the Medico acquisition. It's centered out on crypto custody. That does have XRP and all of the industry tied to it. The Hinman emails, this rolling is crucial for XRP because we do still see XRP being scrutinized daily by the SEC and even by a few community members saying that XRP is a scam, XRP is this, XRP is that. And then also the CBDC platform announcement. Again, we already talked about it, how XRP could be perfectly positioned as a bridge currency. It's the #1 choice, in my opinion, for that use case because it's been, for well over a decade, sourced for that potential. And then the Hong Kong CBDC pilot, yeah, this is centered on tokenization. The XRP ledger is built for use cases like this. So yes, I think that almost all of this, if not all of it, does pertain to XRP as well. And it's not because Ripple's tied to it at all. It's because a lot of this is centered out on crypto. And we know XRP is still one of the biggest leaders around the crypto space. Now, with all of this in mind, what do I believe is going to happen this week? Well, I think that we really need to be patient and wait and see, but I think that we are going to see a lot more developments happening around Ripple. Again, are we going to see a settlement? Listen, I don't know. I can't tell you when a settlement's going to happen, but in my opinion, I don't believe that a settlement happens for at least the next couple weeks to months maybe. But Again, I'd love to be wrong. We know Brad Garlinghouse mentioned multiple times that a settlement could happen by roughly the middle of June, which, hey, that would be great to see, but we don't know. Nobody knows. So we just have to wait and see. But I will say XRP looks incredible from my perspective. I've been looking at XRP for a while now on the price chart. So I actually have this from my video from earlier today. But over here, as we do look at the weekly view on XRP, I've been watching this closely as it does kind of print a very bullish overall view. And what am I mainly watching? Well, I'm looking at these lows. So here's the main low from June of 2022. And then here's January 2023. And then here's our recent price action in May. Now, one thing that I'm noticing is higher lows and also higher highs. We have this high here, we have this high here. And what I'm mainly looking at right now on XRP is the next movement on the chart. So to me, as I look at XRP currently on the price chart, what I'm watching for is possibly us to have, it could either be a rejection off of about 62 cents for a back test of roughly around, I want to say like the best case scenario would be about like 51 cents. And then have another move to the upside to possibly test about 92 cents. Now, the main reason why I'm watching this and the main reason what I'm really kind of looking at is 92 cents is because that has been a historical level of resistance. As you guys do see, we hit it, back in December of 2021. We hit it in February of 2022, and we even hit it in March of 2022 as well. It would also be great for us to flip this level because, we did hold on to it a little bit back in April of 2021. And if we do go all the way back in time, you could also see the resistance here from April of 2018. So if we could flip this resistance area, which by the way, that's why I'm expecting a major rejection around, it could either be, I'm mainly looking at around 92 cents, anywhere between roughly like 85, 86 cents to 92 cents. This is where I'm expecting a rejection in the short term if we do get to that price action, because it is a very hard level for XRP to break out of, unless we do something like this weekly candle back here in April of 2021 when we completely smashed right through it and we went all the way up to about roughly $2. But in the short term, I'm expecting a nice rise in XRP, maybe creating a higher high, and then we continue to create a higher low as well. And then we have that major retest of 92 cents, possibly, either one, reject off of it or continue higher. Either way, I still think that XRP looks primed. I still think that the chart looks great. So far this, year has been great for crypto. And, a lot of people have been asking me like, is XRP bottomed out? Does XRP look bottom to you? And, I think that this might have been our bottom back in June of 2022. I think that it could very well be the bottom for Bitcoin as well from that time. I think that the market looks great. And I think that I think Bitcoin bottomed in November, or at least around November of last year. So now as you do really kind of look at this market, I've just been accumulating. And I just recently told you guys in a video recently talking about XRP where, you just want to accumulate the ranges, accumulate this range, accumulate this range, accumulate this range if we do have a sideways movement here, because, most of these turn into profits. Whether or not you like to accumulate, these ranges or not, these usually become very profitable. And I even said that going all the way back to 2018, 2017. Like if you go back here and you accumulated this range, maybe this range, even this range, at some points, yeah, you might have been under the water. But for the most part, in the long term, well, guess what? You were in major profits during this entire time. So, to me personally, I really kind of just look at the ranges. I don't really care to get in at the exact bottom. If we do see exact bottoms, or if we see like major price action, like where we see XRP, for example, going all the way back to March 2022, 2020, sorry, coming all the way down like 67%. Yeah, I would be buying that candle, that bottom candle, because that's a significant drop in value. Same with the March or the December of 2020. This was very similar to March of 2020, where we had the SEC come out and say like they're going after Ripple and XRP. It provided us with an incredible discount on XRP. I mean, this was a full-on, we're talking almost an 80% drop on XRP. So during this time, yeah, this was a perfect time to not only accumulate, but there's also a range here. There's a little bit of a range there. So to me, I'm watching this closely as it does continue to have steps up. I'm watching to see if we are going to get this price move that I've been outlining a little bit. And I'm watching this closely because so far the overall pattern on XRP has been very, very bullish. And I think that this year is going to be great for XRP as well as most of crypto, which I've been saying since January. I've been even saying it since before January as well. I was saying like 2023 looks very bullish. And a lot of people were saying like, no, 2023 is going to be bad. It's going to be this, it's going to be that. Well, guess what? It defied all odds, and it really kind of shocked a lot of people going all the way back to January when things started to really kind of pump up in price. So with that being said, what do you guys think is going to happen this week? Do you think that a settlement's going to happen by roughly, we'll say June 13th? Like, what do you guys think is going to go on? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment down below. And also hit that like button if you guys did enjoy the video. Also, subscribe, turn notifications on to never miss a future update. And also, if you guys do want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and turn on free Discord down in the description below. It's just up to you all. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful night. Wherever you guys are on this before, this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.